This is my life. This is my passion. This is Ike's Outdoors. Hey guys, Ike here from IkesOutdoors.com. Today we're going to be doing kind of a Project Ike video. You may have remembered the Project Ike videos from a couple years ago. I worked with a coach and was trying to get over my target panic, and the coach helped me out quite a bit, but about midway through the sessions he just stopped emailing me and stopped calling me and basically just stopped helping me, and I never did quite figure out why. I never could get him to return my calls and tell me what was going on. But I did learn a lot from him, and I learned a lot. I improved quite a bit, and then once I stopped getting his help, I kind of hit a plateau and really never improved. And you know, I'd improved quite a bit, so I kind of just stuck with that for quite a while. And now, you know, it's been a couple years and I'm not getting any better. I'm actually kind of reverting back to some of my old bad habits of punching the trigger and getting target panic. So I went out on my own and decided I'm going to get better, and the only way I'm going to get better at this point and get over my target panic is by shooting a back tension release. So what I've done is I bought a back tension release. This is a Carter Colby 2, and it's a hinge style release, and I watched some videos on it, and it's not really truly a back tension style release the way I'm using it, because I'm using it wrong. But I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm doing here and what I've learned. What I've got here is I took the handle off my old Bear Motive, and because I like it without this handle on there, and I just put a piece of D-loop material that I had here and just put that on there, and this is what I'm using as a practice guide. And keep in mind, this is not a how-to video at all. This is Project Ike is your chance to help me. I answer a lot of emails every week, and I help out a lot of people, so this is me kind of cashing in a favor, and hopefully you guys can help me with my shortcomings when it comes to archery, because Lord knows I'm not perfect. So this is not a how-to use a back tension at all. What I'm doing is showing you my journey, trying to learn this thing, and hopefully picking up some hints from you guys. And I made a video last night of me shooting this thing, and I put it on Archery Talk, and Archery Talk guys have been really good about helping me. And what I've got here is I've got a hinge release, and when I got this set factory, it was set way too sensitive. So the guys on Archery Talk saw the video and gave me some pointers, and I set this thing up where it was not as sensitive. I'm going to show you what I was doing wrong. In the video, which I got this trainer now, one, I'm shooting too much draw length. I've always told people, you know, you never shoot too long a draw length. But in the video, and some of the guys pointed out, I am shooting too long of a draw length. So I'm going to shorten my draw length up to where I'm here. I went from 27.5 down to 26. So I've taken 1.5 inches of draw length out. But what I was doing last night to trigger this thing, rather than using true back tension, was I was moving my wrist like that. And actually I was doing it even a little bit faster than that. So what I've been doing now is working. You know, I had my thumb wrapped around the thing, and with my thumb wrapped around it, I can't set it off. So I've loosened up my thumb, I've taken my thumb off of the thing, and I've actually taken my pinky off of it too, and I'm using my index finger and my middle finger now, like the guys on Archery Talk have suggested. And basically, you can see there, that's the way it's supposed to go. I was under the impression that this was not supposed to move, you know, and after watching a couple videos online and using the resources on the internet, you know, I've realized that this release is supposed to move. And what I'm doing is I'm using back tension to pull my elbow through, but my elbow's moving, my hand's moving, and the hinge is actually rotating around. It is doing that in one fluid motion. So this is the first I'm gonna do this is I'm actually gonna pick up my bow and for the first time shoot this hinge with a little bit of knowledge behind me, because I had no idea when I picked this thing up how to shoot it, and I thought I was just doing fantastic that I could shoot it without punching myself in the face. So I've made some adjustments to it, I've made some adjustments to my bow, and I'm sitting here at the edge of my shop, which I'm about 10 yards away from my targets, and I'm basically not even gonna pick out a spot. I'm gonna settle in to make sure I got a good safe backstop, and then I'm just gonna squeeze through and do some shots. And this video is mainly to get some critique and see what I'm doing wrong, not only with the back tension, but I'm doing something wrong with my draw length, like that was incorrect, my elbow position, my hand position. You know, if I'm doing something wrong, I want to hear about it. So I'm gonna grab my arrows, grab my bow here, and we're gonna let this thing rip and see if I can avoid punching myself in the face and see if I can make some improvements over what I was shooting last night. Alright, so I worked quite a bit last night. I was up till midnight with this. Just that's how committed I am to making this thing work. I'm really getting obsessed with it. And I was up till midnight last night working with this release and that little string bow, and trying to get it at the right tension. Now I'm going to be wrapping my thumb around the post on a drawback to keep it from rotating, to keep me from hitting myself in the mouth. The draw length is set 1.5 inches shorter than what I'm used to, and this is completely new. I mean, I'm trying to start over from scratch and break 20 years of bad habits. So here we go. And I'm gonna have to move back just a little bit. I had to move back just a little bit. I was afraid my cam was going to hit that door, and I flinched really bad on that first time. I couldn't even get this thing to go off. So we're going to try it again. That's the way it's supposed to be, I think. And you can see how long it took me to set that thing off. I've got it set really heavy now. And it's taken a while to set it off. You know, I'm not going to edit this video down too much. I want you to see how long it's taken. The shorter draw length definitely feels a little bit weird. I gotta get my thumb off the post. That was the problem with that first one. And just pull through. And most of the pressure that I'm feeling is on my middle and index finger. And like I said, I'm not a pro at this. Don't be. I'm hoping that you guys can teach me, and in the process maybe learn. We can all learn from this as we go. But hopefully my draw length looks a little bit better. It definitely feels like I'm doing it right now. So, and like I said, I'm just not really blind bailing, because I don't have a big enough target to do that. But I'm not really concerned where I'm hitting. I'm about 10 yards away, and I'm shooting into my targets in there that you guys have seen before, and basically just picking a safe spot and not really picking a vital area or a dot or anything like that. I'm really just picking a safe spot. So I'll shoot one more time here before we run out of battery life, and I may end up lowering the poundage on this bow too, because that seems to be a little tougher to pull Wow, that's cool, man. It feels good. I know my accuracy is going to suffer and everything like that, and I'm really going to have to work on shooting a little bit less, probably, because I'm having to hold the bow so much. This arm right here is already getting tired after only 4 shots, you know, and I shoot a lot, so you think these muscles will be built up, but when you shoot with such bad habits and shoot as quick as I do, you know, it's not going to build up that muscle quite as well. So I've got to continue doing this, and get some critique from the guys on Archery Talk, and get some critique from some of you guys that are viewing this video. But I think I've made a big leap forward just from what I've found on Archery Talk, and just from what I've seen on YouTube and Vimeo and some other channels like that on using a back tension. So where do I go from here, guys? Continue doing what I'm doing, which is that's what I'm going to continue to do. Do this blind bail thing until I get this thing down, until this becomes second nature to squeeze it off like that. But if you got any other tips for me, let me know. And if you want to follow along with this Project Ike, maybe we can all learn together, and maybe I can figure out this back tension and finally become a better shot with better form than what have had in the past. So for more information, for more product reviews, how-to videos, check out my website, ikesoutdoors.com. You guys on Archery Talk who've helped me out, I really appreciate it, because I think I've made a big leap forward